For the teams and drivers, Thursday is go time. The pit's a hive of activity for the start of the first qualifying sessions of the weekend.
Dispatch, you do it this way. Let's stay in it.
And this is truly a unique event. Not even an 8 times world champion can just rock up and race.
Yeah, so it's quite different here at Nurburgring Nordschleife. You have to have the special permit to be able to drive here. So you have to do the course, you have to do a lot of theoretical stuff. There is quite some rules which is very different here compared to any other racetrack in the world. So you have the flag signals, the intervention cars. There's a lot of things happening on the track all the time. So yeah, first you do the theory part, then you have to do some permit driving as well. You have to get your permit B first, and then after you've done 2 races with no incidents, you then get your permit A and you are allowed to race at the 24 hours.
Very happy going sideways and an absolute machine on mixed surfaces. Is he comfortable with circuit racing?
I've started my career in circuit racing 2008, so I started when I was 20 years old, so that was already quite late. And first time here in Nordschleife was 2011 in a Porsche Carrera Cup. And then last time I was here before last year was 2019 in a WTCR. So yeah, I used to do some circuit racing every now and then as well. Last year was the first time I did 24-hour race with similar car. Unfortunately, it was only a 7.5-hour race back then. So hopefully this year we will do my first 24 hours at Nurburgring. I'm very, very excited to drive through the night. It's going to be a new experience, even though I've done some rally in the dark, but that's completely different. You're all on your own. Here there's traffic both from overtaking and getting overtaken from the GT3 cars. So yeah, it's going to be a new experience, but I'm really looking forward.
Really looking forward to finally seeing cars on track, so I went trackside for the evening qualifying session.
They're definitely are worse places to be, eh? Turn 1, Nurburgring. Pretty cool. I love it.
Travel really is such a beautiful thing and such a privilege. I mean, yeah, I'm sitting in a tiny town called Mullenbach. I mean, I didn't even know it was on the map if it wasn't for the Nurburgring being right here. And today is kind of the rest day, I suppose, for everyone, because last night finished really late, qualifying to 11:30. And today there's quali 3, final one is at 4. So I think it gives a chance for the drivers just to chill, take it easy. And I suppose for the spectators too, because it's very much an endurance event, not just for the drivers, but for the fans. But yeah, this morning, like 7 o'clock, I was awake and I was like, let me find a cool little coffee shop, bakery. And this was the closest, and I'm very aware of distance, because you look at it, you go, oh, I'll go to Adenau. It's 8 kilometers. 27 minutes on a bicycle. Yeah, not so bad. What does that 27 minutes look like? So even now, it's a short little run down to Mullenbach, but it's a moose climb back home.
Having recovered from my morning's activities, I attended the world premiere of a global icon.
Yes, this is the Golf GTI Edition 50. World premiere today at the Nurburgring Nordschleife at the Ring Boulevard with the fans, for the fans, which is the fastest ever Volkswagen production car on the Nordschleife.
Benny, Golf, Nordschleife, a record-breaking combo. But he'll be hoping that this weekend they're a winning combo too.
To be honest, I'm more than happy. We built up a second car, a brand new car. We did a rollout last week. Everything is very tight on schedule. Yesterday I had the pleasure to drive the very first laps with a new car, which is always fantastic for us driver. We put it on pole. The other car is on P2, the car from last year.
And close.
And very close, 1 second split between those two. So I'm more than happy. We are in front of our class, Porsches, BMWs, and both Golfs in front. This is amazing.
Well, what a superb platform to launch the Edition 50 GTI. And the brand's biggest fan wasn't going to miss this opportunity.
I think the reason we're excited about this car, the Golf 50th, is because of those 50 years. Everybody's got a Volkswagen story, and if we're enthusiasts, everybody has a GTI story. If you like the Jumbo, the Mark II, if you like the Mark III, the Vura, whatever it was. My real first GTI was the 25th anniversary, the Jubilee. Right behind you, there's kids, 3 years old, 10 years old, drooling over this car, the same as we did when they were launched. So I hope in 50 years somebody is owning one of these and still modifying it, keeping it running, doing whatever they want to, and just having fun. I always knew about South Africa because of the City Golf. When you drive here in Germany, you don't see a Volkswagen Golf on every street now. But still in South Africa, you see a Polo or a City or a Golf on every street. And that's, to me, why South Africa is the proper home of the Golf. I'm not saying this to make somebody happy or someone else angry. It's really what I believe. So thank you to South Africa, to Volkswagen. Yeah, here's to 50 more years of GTI. Will I be alive then? Who knows? Have fun, drive GTI.
Well, while we were at the Ring Boulevard, the top 20 cars were on track for the pole shootout, followed by a massive autograph signing session in pit lane. And that is where I finally got to catch up with a South African birthday boy, GT and endurance racing megastar, and twice winner of this event.
Birthday, bud. Hey.
Yeah. You don't celebrate them as much when you get closer to the 30 and closer to the 40s, right?
Shut up, man. I'm in the 50s. I stopped celebrating. But it's cool to have a birthday weekend, yeah. Let's hope it's the ultimate cake.
I mean, as a kid, I always dreamed of being at the racetrack every weekend.
Yeah.
Now I get to celebrate every birthday at the racetrack, so I guess the dream come true.
You've become a bit of a superstar in a different way because you're racing with the doctor now.
Yeah.
And according to Valentino Rossi, who does he think the best driver is? You.
Well,
It's mad.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I had a couple of beers before he got asked. I don't know. But
It's cool,
I was
though.
shocked. Oh, well, surprised as well. Positively surprised. But it's so fun racing with him, and yeah, you never know. Like in these moments, you just try and treasure them. As humans, we normalize things.
Yeah.
So, like, obviously for me, I need to give him shit when he misses an apex. You know, it's
Yeah.
like, hey, Vale, what are you doing? You know, like, so it's a different dynamic that I thought I would have had. You know, like so many years watching him in my couch, and now I'm telling him how to drive. So, yeah.
So listen, Jordan said to me that you guys have a deal that you're happy to give him this win as long as he gives you Spa next weekend.
Yeah, that sounds like a deal, right? So, yeah, he's still missing this one. He's won. We both won Bathurst now,
Yeah.
which is really cool. He's missing this one, and yeah, I'm missing Spa. So
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have ever had a 3-week run like this.
No,
We've
it's
had the
never
3
been.
big one. It's mad.
it's never happened. It's an effect of Formula One. Basically, their calendar getting bigger. They don't have slots in the European races anymore to move their dates anymore, and it's just the modern world a little bit. Like it's just more and more and more in events, and the show must go on. Especially because Le Mans is so long. You're there for 2 weeks, not just the 1 week like here. So you drain a lot of energy during the week. It's not really the physical driving aspect of it. It's just the routine of not sleeping.
Yeah.
Like, you'd be surprised what that does to your psychology, like, for a week when you go to bed at 4 a.m. because you've had a night practice the night before, and it goes like that every day.
Yeah.
So your sleep rhythm is completely messed, and obviously you're not recovering the same as you would normally. So, but that's with experience, you get used to it and you learn how to make the most out of it. It's part of the game. I've been around so long that I know it's probably a 50-50 hit rate in most of these 24-hour races, just because they've become such sprint races. And I think the pace and the intensity has gone up every year, but that's the level you have to drive at. So, and most times the race is only decided when the sun comes up the next morning, and if you survive till that point.
Yeah.
So we always have a rule, kind of like, if you survive until 11 a.m., then it's race on.
Well, let's hope come Sunday morning, Kelvin and the Rover BMW are in the fight. It had been an incredible day, but there was still one thing I had to do.
Prost.
Prost.
Yeah. Chris.
Prost.
I love the balloons. Get off.
Remember this bar? Remember I told you I'd be back? Well, it's Friday night, the night before the race, and it is absolutely transformed and heaving. And no rush here.
Yeah, good old Ricky Lou had delivered a superb evening of, what shall we call it? Cultural exchange. But there was no time to lick our wounds. The big day had arrived. It was time to put those race faces on.
Phil, you good? How are things looking? The heat going to be a
It's
problem?
difficult to know how things are looking because there's so many people. You can't see much.
Are you guys looking at changing strategy now? Normally you would do like a 2-hour stint, but surely the drivers are going to die in this.
Oh, that'll be okay. The stints will probably be a bit shorter because we've become tire limited rather than fuel limited. The strange thing about this weekend compared to most of the running we have done is I think during the night is going to come into a temperature range that we consider normal.
You've been around racing at the highest level
Too
for a long time. Is there anything quite like this race?
It speaks for itself, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The fan involvement and the fan engagement is amazing. The atmosphere, all through the night, the guys camping and the fireworks and the Jägermeister, it all adds to the environment.
It's amazing. Eh?
It really.
Put it on your list, man. I still can't believe it. I've walked to turn 1 just to get away from the chaos, and you can just imagine for the drivers, all they want to do is get into the car and get racing, and they've got to be part of this bun fight. It's like a rock concert, and you couldn't afford Golden Circle, you know. You ready to race?
Just want to get in the car and drive. Huh?
Yes.
Uh,
Yes, definitely. Yeah, we'll enjoy it. It's going to be a good one.
Cracker.
141 cars. Obviously they've split them up into classes. I've just left the GT3 cars. Everywhere you look, it's just thousands of fans. We're fired up for the greatest race in the world. Yeah, man, stoked to be here. Benny, you ready?
Born ready.
It's time.
It's time.
No more hanging around with fans. Time to race.
Now it's just pure enjoyment.
Good luck.
Thank you, man.
Normally a formation lap is 3 minutes. This one's like 18 because they do a full lap of the track. I'm going to get myself to between turn 1 and 2 because I think that's always going to be action and chaos.
But we are underway. The 2025
the craziest part for me is like 2 laps in and the leaders have already caught the back markers. It's a 25k lap. That is how fast these oaks are, and also I suppose more importantly you start appreciating the speed differential.
An hour in and the race was red flagged. A power outage, can you believe that? So I grabbed the opportunity to catch up with the big boss. This is kind of weird. I see you on television speaking German. What's going on? I thought it'd be Afrikaans. I forget that you are German, Thomas. It's crazy.
I'm very excited to find some South Africans among the folks here. It's just our prof, one of our motorsport guys from South Africa, and now I meet you. I mean, amazing.
Yeah, and now there's no power.
Yeah, there's no power. No,
It's like the South Africans are up to no good again.
Yeah, I totally blame you.
It's been a while since we've seen you. Your first Nurburgring 24 hours. What's your fanboy experience so far? What do you think?
This is amazing because this is all about fun, driving, a passion for motorsport, and our GTI is obviously fit right in there. Now, GTI is like a movement. It's a feeling. It's something that it's not just the engine sound, the Wumpa and everything, but it's so much more. And here you can feel it everywhere. 1976, the first GTI coming out as an experiment at the time. It's been success all around the world. I mean, in South Africa, the GTIs are legendary everywhere. No? And to see that here, with 2 cars competing with Max Cruiser Racing and our 50-year anniversary model that we bring out, it's proud of it, very proud.
And with the racing back underway, I needed a change of scenery. But this is me pushing to get into the Nordschleife proper. So I'm basically running down Dottingerhoe, the long back straight, trying to find a cool place where I can watch and obviously get into it with the fans too. Is this crazy, eh? Cycle back up the hill. This is going to be a killer, but at least it's nice and cool. I think I've earned myself a damn good beer. Prost. Can't believe how busy it is. It's like 11:30 and it's heaving, traffic pumping. Yeah, got a long night ahead of us, eh? Wow. While car 19, piloted by Benny and Johan, and teammates Heiko Hummel and Nico Otto were still going strong, leading their class, the sister car 76 had run into some issues and sadly had to be retired. It's 4 o'clock. I think I need to have a little power nap. But then again, I feel like I'm copping out, Maybe I need to go find a party. That'll wake me up. Guten Morgen, guten Morgen. I took Kelvin to bed with me as a good luck charm, because the boy has been on absolute fire. He's like next level around this track. There's like not much in it for the fight for the lead. Let's hope it goes his way. Okay. I'm awake. Well, clearly a lot of cars didn't survive the night. A brutal race for man and machine.
With just over 3.5 hours to go, it literally is door-to-door straight shootout for victory with the Porsche. The number 98 BMW has also been really, really lucky, avoiding some close incidents. So one was actually yesterday with Kelvin behind the wheel as well. And then this morning with Raffaele Marciello chasing right on the bumper of Kevin Estra, and Kevin made contact with one of the Astons, put it in the wall. It is under investigation. I saw him going up to the steward's room now, so I don't know. I'm not being biased here, but I reckon there should be a driver penalty for that. But literally the Rowe Racing team is absolutely glued to the screens watching the action as it unfolds. I know that Kelvin will be getting into the car for the last stint, the last 2 hours. So how amazing would it be if he could be the one behind the wheel driving the BMW to victory at this incredible event. Man, what a machine.
Jordan and his team had been playing catch-up from the start of the race, but retiring with just under 2 hours to go is a very bitter pill to swallow. Over at Max Cruiser Racing, with the final pit stop done, they were still leading the class with car 19, and the team were in good spirits.
So you dress for a night out in dispatch. always got helmets on.
The cable tie is important one. You need bigger ones than that.
That's to type your mother-in-law.
And then it happened. The birthday boy got his wish.
It's honestly unbelievable. It's just actually quite emotional, because the event itself is something that's just so special for a driver just to compete, and the teams and what goes into it for 24 hours. And what a privilege and what an honor to compete, and for me to be at my first event and to have a South African taking the checkered flag, for Kelvin to do it again. It's just unflippin' believable. I'm so stoked for him after the disappointment of Lamar last week. Oh, man. Proud day for South Africa. Really. Incredible.
Yeah, it's so special to win here. I think this one's special because it's my first one with BMW, and I had a long winter to decide like where the future was going. There were times where I was unsure if it was going to work out or not, but I'm very happy we made the decision to come to BMW, and it's paid off in heaps and bounds this year. Winning Bathurst for the first time and now winning this one for the third time is so emotional. As a South African kid that came here 10 years ago, and 3 wins here already, so it's really special.
And there was also much to celebrate over at Max Cruiser Racing. First in their AT3 class and 24th overall.
Is that a little tear? Hey? Oh, go on. Dispatch is a winner.
Dispatch got here once and we made grand points.
But celebrations were short-lived as teams got straight to packing up. For many, they'd be doing this all again next weekend at Spa. Next time on Just to See How Fast It Is, I head to Budapest where Keegan Masters and his team are testing at the Hungaroring, before heading across to Spielberg in Austria to support him in the 4th round of the Porsche Mobile 1 Super Cup. Wow, what a crazy 2 weeks.